Today I want to show you how to fall asleep quickly. And in case you're struggling with insomnia right now, I want to tell you, and I really mean this, I know how you're feeling. I've been struggling with insomnia for such a long time. I still remember when I was a student in Germany. I'm German, by the way, in case you can hear it from my accent. When I was studying in Germany for my bachelor's, which was years ago, I had days and even weeks where I didn't sleep at all. I maybe slept 1 hour a night. I was so caught in this loop of stress, in this loop of depression, in this loop of not knowing if I will ever be able to sleep again, that for me this idea of how to fall asleep quickly was complete foreign, because I didn't even know how to sleep at all, how to fall asleep at all. And that's why I want to share my own experience with you. I want to show you what helped me to reach a point where I can now sleep very good most of the nights. Yes, there are still some nights, but it's very rare where I don't get a good night's sleep. But in general, my sleep has improved 10,000 times, 100,000 times when I think back to a couple of years ago. And I don't have to tell you that poor sleep can have tremendously negative effects on your body, on your brain. It can have a negative effect on your memory, on your mood, your emotions, and also various other biological functions. And that's why it's so important that you get a good night's sleep and that you know how to fall asleep quickly. And one of the things that helped me when I started out on this journey of finally wanting to be able to get rid of my insomnia and to fall asleep and to stay asleep is to take a warm bubble bath or a warm shower before I go to bed. This is very relaxing if you're meditating also a little bit under the shower, or you're just relaxing and laying back in the bathtub. This can already help you a little bit to fall asleep faster. And no more screen time after 8 p.m. This is so important. That's why I always, whenever I look at the screen, especially in the evening, and I record this for you right now in the evening, I'm wearing my blue light blocking glasses. I can highly recommend that you invest in some good blue light blocking glasses, because the blue light from screens, from the TV, from the smartphone, your iPad, whatever it might be, keeps you awake, because this blue light sends signals to your brain that it's time to wake up. So the worst thing that you can do is to right before you go to bed, to look at your smartphone, to go through Instagram, even if you read something or watch something that's very positive. The blue light can keep you awake. And that's why it's so important that if you want to fall asleep quickly, that you follow the rule no more screen time at least 2 hours before you go to bed. That's why I said 8 p.m. I usually go to bed at 10 p.m. I go to bed early. And if you also go to bed early at 10 p.m. or 9 p.m., make sure that at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., no more screen time afterwards. This is so important. And if you have to look at your screen, if you want to check the clock, then make sure that you invest in blue light glasses, or let's say blue light blocking glasses. And avoid taking naps, because in order to fall asleep quickly, you need to be tired in the evening. And in a study of 440 college students, the poorest nighttime sleep quality was observed in those students who reported taking 3 or more naps per week. And if you don't believe me right now and you say, hey, but I want to take my naps, well, then you can look that study up. And this study is called Napping in College Students and its Relationship with Nighttime Sleep. And then adjust the room temperature to create the perfect sleeping environment for you. If your room is too warm, you might have a hard time falling asleep. Because when it comes to scientific research, a lot of studies concluded that the perfect temperature is between 60 and 67 Fahrenheit, which is about 15 to 19 degrees Celsius. However, I have to honestly admit that I'm an exception when it comes to that. Individual preferences can vary. For example, I sleep the best when it's really warm. I know that it's weird, it goes against everything that scientific studies concluded. However, that's just how I am. Even though I'm German and I was born in Germany and I lived in Germany for a very long time, I love warm weather. I feel the most comfortable in tropical climates. And I usually never get my air conditioning, for example, when I'm in a tropical country like Thailand, I never put my air conditioning on less than 25 degrees Celsius. Usually I put it on around 27 or 26 when I go to bed, and I still have a blanket. So yes, when it comes to this, I'm a complete exception, but for you it might be helpful to cool the room a little bit down. It always depends on your individual preference. Either too cold or too hot, both is not good. And then exercise during the day, but not in the evening. Whenever I went to the gym after dinner, I couldn't fall asleep. And I asked myself, I was exercising, and isn't exercising good if you want to sleep? Yes, it is, but not too late in the evening or too late in the afternoon. Because when your body is still in alert mode, in ready to kick ass mode, and you then try to go to sleep, then you probably won't be able to fall asleep. Exercise can increase the duration and quality of sleep by boosting the production of serotonin in the brain, which can then also at the same time decrease cortisol levels in your body, which is the stress hormone which often stops you from falling asleep at all or from falling asleep quickly. However, if you exercise too late in the afternoon or too late in the evening, then you might achieve the opposite effect, the effect that you don't want, that you will stay awake. That's why I always go to the gym at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m., but not later than 6 p.m. And you might want to adjust your diet to fall asleep quicker. A review of studies concluded that even though a high carbohydrate diet can get you to fall asleep faster, it won't be restful sleep. Instead, high fat meals could promote a deeper and more restful sleep. And if you want to have a look at a scientific research study that talks about this in detail, you can look up the study High Glycemic Index Carbohydrate Meals Shorten Sleep Onset, which was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. And another thing you can do to fall asleep quickly is to make sure that your room is completely pitch black dark. That's one of the best things that I did, and that's to invest in blackout curtains. I bought the really inexpensive blackout curtains from IKEA, and they work. I mean, it doesn't have to be something expensive, they really work. Because when it's dark, your body turns serotonin into melatonin, which is the sleeping hormone that you need in order to fall asleep. And that's why blackout curtains can help you tremendously when it comes to falling asleep quickly. And if you have to check your phone at night, then only do it with blue light blocking glasses. And even if it's just 1 millisecond, and yeah, I know that's not how to fall asleep quickly, that's actually how to stay asleep, but even when it comes to checking your phone right before you go to bed, make sure that you wear your blue light blocking glasses and make sure that you only look at your phone for a very short period of time, because the worst thing you can do is to look at your smartphone without blue light blocking glasses, and then as a result, you will stay awake and you won't be able to fall asleep quickly, or in the worst case, you won't be able to fall asleep at all. And turn off your Wi-Fi router when you go to bed. That's just a personal tip from me. I didn't find any scientific research that actually proves this. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, but I sleep better when the Wi-Fi is off. Because even though you can see the Wi-Fi signals, or let's say the Wi-Fi waves, your body can still recognize it and feel it. This made a huge difference for me. Maybe it works for you, maybe it has no effect on you. Just try it out. And limit your coffee consumption. And this is of course also true for energy drinks and also tea that contains caffeine. Because caffeine can have a negative effect on your sleep quality and also your sleep duration. There's for example one study that I found very interesting, and that's the study called Lifetime Coffee Consumption, Pineal Gland Volume and Sleep Quality in Late Life. And when you read the objective of this study, the objective says previous studies have shown that coffee consumption may suppress the production of melatonin through competitive inhibition of adenosine A2 receptors by caffeine. We investigated the impact of lifetime coffee consumption on pineal gland volume and the resulting effects on sleep quality. And this study proved that caffeine can have a terrible effect on your sleep quality and sleep duration. And what you can also do if you want to fall asleep quickly, that's something that helped me a lot on my journey, is to meditate during the day and especially before you go to bed. And when it comes to meditation, there are a lot of different teachers out there. There are a lot of different philosophies, but the one person who truly changed my mind is Dr. Joe Dispenza. The meditations of Dr. Joe Dispenza are just incredible. They make you calm, they make you relaxed, and they help you also in so many different areas. And if you want to find out more about Dr. Joe Dispenza's teaching, I would recommend that you check out the book You Are the Placebo and Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. And no, I'm not affiliated with him in any way. I don't gain anything from recommending that. This is just something that helped me on my own journey. And then turn your bedroom into your sanctuary. Make sure that your bedroom smells good. You can, for example, invest in lavender scent. You can buy the right curtains. Remember the blackout curtains from IKEA or from any other source. And then you can, for example, invest in the perfect pillow for you. And that also depends if you are a belly sleeper or a side sleeper. You can invest in a good mattress. And of course, you can also decorate your room in a way that makes you feel comfortable and safe, because this is so important when it comes to your sleep quality. And if you feel truly comfortable in your environment, in your bedroom, this can also help you to fall asleep quickly.